So the other day I did a time-lapse of Hobble Creek Canyon in Springville, Utah, one of my favorite bike rides. You first start off on a bike path, really nice. Sometimes there's cars blocking it, but I like to veer off right there just because once you go through there, there's a lot of people with dogs and other things that you have to work your way around, and sometimes it just gets kind of a pain. So I like to stay on the right side of the road, the shoulder. The shoulder's not too bad. There's some areas where it disappears, but most of the time you have a couple feet up the entire way. And the great thing about Hobble Creek is there's not tons of cars going up. You'll eventually run into the golf course, which is awesome. It's in really great shape right now, and don't recommend going on the weekends. It gets really busy. There's a fork in the road that you take the right side, so it's Right Fork Canyon, and you keep going up. You pass Jolly Ranch. You'll eventually pass the Uinta National Forest sign. I don't know why it's going so fast right now, but you pass it. There's a couple little places for farms, and then you run to Cherry Campground. You pass Cherry, and you keep going. The river is always going to be on your right side, and it's just going to fall the entire way. Today was kind of hot, relatively speaking. I came from Arizona, which is 115, so I'm pretty sure this was like not even above 90, but it felt kind of hot, high elevation. So right about here, I was thinking about pulling over and just taking a dip in the river and filling up my water bottle, but I'll actually do that a little bit later. Some great fishing right here. But as you keep going, you'll notice that the forest, everything just gets a little bit denser, a little bit more green. Trees will start to get a little bit taller. See on the right-hand side right there, you get the aspen, pine trees, or the spruce trees. So you keep going. There's a couple little bends in the road, but relatively straight. There's a section up here that gets flat, but I don't think we're there yet. So far, haven't seen a cyclist. Sometimes you see them almost on the weekends. I thought I was going to stop right there, take a break, but I decided to keep pushing. Right up here, people like to stop and shoot their guns. I happened to drive by someone right there, and they shot their AR, and it was really loud in my ear. So keep going. There's a cow. Last week there was about 200 cows right there, so I don't know where they went, but they're gone. Here, their bike path on the right-hand side right there. There's a trail. I've done half of it so far, but there was a big tree in the way, so I need to go back another day and try it out. Keep going. Oh, there's a cyclist. Just past the first cyclist. To flatten out up here. Almost kind of looks like it's downhill, but trust me, it just feels flat. Right here's where the downhill is, just a little bit. You keep going. Right now you're headed towards Balsam Campground, but I'm pretty sure I take a break. Take a break right here. I decide to hop in the river, fill up my water bottle, cool off. Nope, I do not drink straight out of the river. My water bottle has a filter, a Sawyer filter built inside of it that I put on, and so I can stop whenever I want and fill up fresh, cold mountain stream water. So I'm feeling really great right now. I specifically remember saying to myself, wow, I feel really great right now after I got all cooled off. So I'm back to 100% again, it feels like. I think I take a snack and eat a bar right now, but I'm headed towards Balsam Campground. And once you pass Balsam, just a little bit further, the road ends and turns into a dirt road. It'll be a nice hard right. And I've actually never biked up this far before. It used to be closed. Oh, this section is one of my favorite ones. It just gets tall and green, and it just feels like a Tour de France segment. Almost to the campground. I don't know why the video right here speeds up like crazy, but it does. No rhyme or reason for it, but it ends up speeding up, but it will pass the campground. Balsam Campground is one of my favorite ones. Super cool looking right there. We pass it, but we keep going. It's going to do a hard right onto the dirt, and it gets steep right here. I've driven in the car, but never on a bike, and it's steep. So right here, I start to rethink my life. I'm huffing and puffing. There's about 5 or 6 times where I'm about to turn around, and I just say, "Hey, I want to keep going, see how far I can make it." And the views up here are really amazing, so that's the bonus. But it's steep, pretty long. I rode my hardtail mountain bike on this one, so I was prepared for this section. But you can ride a gravel bike pretty easily. It has some bumps on it, but decided to turn right there. I'm tired, but great views, awesome bike ride, and hopefully on the next one I can make it all the way to the top.